FC, Ratsa FC, and the City Market FC. So details will come up of this during the program. Please stay tuned. But please let's listen to Mr. Habaalu and let's find out more on this special day, the World Day of Remembrance traffic victims. Mr. Roy, kindly shed more light on this World Day of Remembrance for road traffic victims.
Well, thank you very much. It is yet another time, and that time when we remember people that have passed on, and those whose deaths were occasioned by road traffic crashes. So the World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims, it's a day that was set aside by the United Nations. And so in 2005, the United Nations endorsed it as a global day to be observed every third Sunday in November each year. So this is specifically held every third Sunday of each year. It was set aside by the UN given the gravity and the importance that comes with that particular day. So, as an appropriate acknowledgement for victims of road traffic injuries and their families, so the World Day of Remembrance has been observed, and it has actually been promoted worldwide by many governments, international agencies, and groups such as the European Federation of Road Traffic Victims, International Victims Partnership, and including government at a continental and a national level. So government come up with different programs to commemorate this, and one of the programs that government this year has lined up is media programs. And we're talking about media programs, we're talking about radio programs, we're talking about television program. So the World Day of Remembrance is actually meant to pay homage to those who have died on the roads of the world, and to advocate for better support for victims and bereaved families, and promote action to save lives. So the World Day of Remembrance, we take time to reflect on ourselves. Remember, before this day, we always talk: be safe on the road. Don't use your mobile phone when you're driving. Don't drink and driving. Why are we saying this? The background is that there are people who have been killed from road traffic crashes, road traffic accidents that are preventable. Preventable in what case? If you don't use a mobile phone when you are driving, the risks of you getting involved in accidents are minimized. If you are sober, the risks are minimized. If you are observing the speed limit, the risks are minimized. But people are tempted to ignore this, and in the result, they find themselves involved in road traffic crashes. So others are injured in unfortunate circumstances, others die. So we just can't keep a blind eye. So it is for that reason that this day was set apart to remind ourselves of what caused the deaths of those people. What different ways should we employ now for us to go forward and ensure that we lessen on the number of people dying from road traffic crashes? So that is the importance of this day.
Okay, and what is this year's theme, and what inspired the theme?
Okay, so this year we are looking at act, support. Okay, um, that's what we are looking at. However, the World Day of Remembrance for this year, for road traffic victims 2023, we are putting a spotlight on justice. You know, there must be justice. Things have to be done differently. What happened? You investigate. What caused the road traffic crash? Was the person who died the one who was wrong, or was it the causer of the other motorists who was also involved? So the process of investigation and establishing the real cause of what happened at the scene is what we want to find out. And when we find out, we need to establish which part of the law was violated and who violated it. When we identify the culprit who violated that particular law, that particular person must be answerable. So when that person is answerable, it means they must be prosecuted. When they are prosecuted, a charge is prescribed upon them and a sentence is meted upon them. So when this is done, then even in the families, the bereaved families will feel like, okay, yes, we have lost a soul, but something has been done. That's why this year we are placing an emphasis on justice. Life is not replaceable. Once a person is gone, that's it. But we must see justice to prevail. If it is found that the person who died caused the death, And people of the members of the immediate family must be informed and told what exactly happened, so that it becomes a process of healing. Also, it's part of the healing.
Okay, and where are you going to commemorate this day? Yes, this year. Where is
Yeah,
it going to be?
thank you very much for that question. And I really want people to pay attention, because you find that this weekend maybe there are a number of events, so people get mixed up. Oh, there will be this one, there will be this one. So for this year's World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims, the venue is the Cathedral, Anglican Cathedral of the Holy Cross. So remember, there is also cathedral for other churches. So for this one, we are going to be at the Anglican Cathedral of the Holy Cross. Okay,
Church Road?
Church Road,
Okay.
just right opposite the Zambia Environmental Management Agency. That's where we are going to be. It's just along Church Road, like you said before, the traffic lights where you join into Independence Avenue. That is our venue.
Okay. And as Zambians, what are we supposed to reflect on during this commemoration? I think you've talked about this one already. You said we should reflect on what killed our our relatives, our brothers, and then we shouldn't do the same things that led to the deaths of the people that we've lost. So now we are heading. Before I come to that one, which stakeholders are you working with on this day, Mr. Habaalu?
Yourself, number one, as an individual, yourself with your organization, yourself as 5FM. You're also working with the media, and these play a critical role. The media, we've got churches, all churches, by the way. We're working with the Islamic Society of Zambia. We're working with our usual colleagues, the Zambia Police, Drug Enforcement Commission, various government departments, ministries, and the agencies. We are also working with the non-governmental organizations. So it's a holistic approach which we are taking. Everybody, in short, is involved. So each one has a role to play. They've been given a responsibility to execute. We are hoping that when that day comes, or before that, we should be finalizing everything, so that that day just becomes a day to remember those that would have passed on due to road traffic crashes.
Okay, so now we are heading towards the festive season, Mr. Habaalu, and as the Road Transport and Safety Agency, RATA, kindly enlighten members of the public what will be your key focus in reducing these road crashes this year.
Thank you very much. The festive season comes with a lot of hype, a lot of excitement, and coupled with that, that other people actually go on leave, others go on industrial break, and you realize that while people are looking forward to go and rest, it is actually peak period for the Road Transport and Safety Agency. Now, people have been working throughout the year. They are tired. They have been planning. They want to relax. They want to spend some quality time with their friends. They want to spend quality time with their beloved ones, families, and they want to meet people that they have never met before. This involves movement of people. Movement in form of road transport. That's what concerns us. We need to provide safety for people. It must never at any point be thought to be an inconvenience. When we see RATSA officers on the road, be happy, because we are there to ensure that you who is driving and observing road traffic rules, you are not disturbed by those that do not want to adhere to the traffic regulations. So, some of the key areas that we are going to look at, we want to ensure that everybody who is in charge of a motor vehicle is a holder of a valid driver license. Secondly, we also don't want to see anybody in charge of a motor vehicle plying on a public road in an intoxicated state. It could be narcotic drugs, it could be alcoholic beverages. You do not want anyone. And this time, what is likely to happen, and I'm very sure it will happen, is that as a way of preventing people not to drink and drive, those who will be found driving unlicensed, those who will be driving under the influence of alcohol will have their licenses revoked immediately. Thereafter, having your license revoked, we are going to take you to the fast track court and you'll be prosecuted. In some circumstances, like it has happened before in the past, people's licenses have been revoked and people have been given custodial sentence. Others have had their license suspended for a maximum period of 12 months. Now, A driver license is like a qualification. That is your office. What guarantees you a job. And if it's revoked you for 12 months, who's going to take care of your family? Who's going to look after you? You know, so you need to ensure that you do just the correct thing. There is a growing tendency by people want to talk on phone. I don't know. I was having a conversation with a colleague of mine yesterday, and he was telling me, "Are you aware that the people that are talking on mobile phones are people with posh cars and people that are educated and they understand?" I didn't pay attention. It looks like my colleague maybe had taken time, so he gave me a few examples on the number of roads he had driven on that day. Of course, this is not backed by any statistics or any evidence, but he was just bringing it to my attention. The point he was trying to say is, look, people have continued to talk on the phone. So what do we need to do? I told him the offense of using a mobile phone while driving. I told him you are charged 450 kwacha, but it's a non-impoundable offense. And he was very offended with me. I said, do not be offended with me. No, the penalty is too lenient. People can pay and get away with it. Maybe we have to relook at the law. I said, if you have to relook at the law, there is a process that we need to do. So the festive season is coming. We are also working out in-house measures, some of the strategies which we are going to employ. We would be coming back to this radio station to now specifically talk about the festive season and what we are going to do. But about the license and licensed drivers, intoxicated drivers, and also to ensure that a vehicle that is on the road is roadworthy. These unroadworthy vehicles are a danger. Worse still, in the night, you find that maybe it develops a fault, it is not pushed off the road, it is dark, you can't see. The only thing you hear is a bang, the damage has already been caused. Why? Because was no reflective triangles placed there, the indicators were not on, nothing, because the vehicle is not in a roadworthy condition. So what was it doing on the road? So that's some of the areas that we'll be placing our focus on.
All right. Well, dear listener, in case you're just tuning in, this is People on the Move, and we are talking to Mr. Roy Habaalu, the acting public relations manager from the Road Transport and Safety Agency, and we are talking the World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims, which falls on this Sunday, 19th of November 2023. We are going to go for a short break, and when we return, you can join this conversation. And remember, the number to call is 0955221515. Let's stick to the topic. Yes, if you feel you have to go off topic a bit, it has to be strictly road traffic related issues. Yes, 0955221515. Let's just take a short break. We'll be right back.
Every Wednesday on the Happy World of 5FM Radio. Join Chifwesa Kaoma at 09 hours on People on the Move.
A lot of deaths have been caused by drivers who are drunk whilst driving, and the trend seems to be rampant in Zambia.
We are very less caring on the issue of drinking and driving. I've been talking about this for the last 23 years.
The situation in Zambia is worse, and I think it's one of those that is across all the countries in the low-income and middle-income countries.
A road safety awareness program. Remember, road safety, a shared responsibility. Watch and listen online on our Facebook page, 5FM Radio Zambia.
Welcome back. This is People on the Move on your Happy Day station, 5FM Radio. Remember, this program is also streaming live on our Facebook page, the 5FM Radio Zambia Facebook page. We are talking to Mr. Roy Habaalu, the acting public relations manager from the Road Transport and Safety Agency, RTSA, and we are talking about the World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims, which falls on the this Sunday, on the 19th of November, 2023. I beg your pardon. So the phone line is now open, and the number to call is 0955221515. Remember to stick to the topic, or ask any RTSA related questions. It's very hard for Mr. Habaalu to answer questions outside RTSA issues. So let's stick to the RTSA issues and the World of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims. We have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm Titus Kabunda, calling you within Chilanga.
Okay, nice to have someone from Chilanga. How's Chilanga this morning?
Chilanga is fine and a bit windy.
Oh, okay. No rains yet?
No rains yet. no rain yet.
Okay, Mr. Titus, you can go ahead.
Okay, good. Regards to you, and how are you, Mr. Habaalu?
I'm well, thank you, Brother Titus. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great.
Yeah, let me begin by recommending you, Ratsa, for the job that you are doing. We really commend you, and we wish you can continue that same spirit. At the same time, I would want to recommend maybe for future implementation. If you come up with, let's say, targets to achieve within a specified period of time, let's say maybe 3 months, or can put it in 1 year. You say, okay, within these 3 months, we need to educate people. You mount maybe not necessarily roadblocks. You mount some stations, let's say, especially Lusaka and Dola, some stations where you can educate people on the road. You give those to, I don't know, is it what do you call brochures?
Yes.
You know, even the what do you call those books? Highway codes.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a certain period of time, we say, okay, now we are done with the education part. Now we want to see that people are adhering to that.
Okay.
And then, yes, and then the second part is I would like maybe that to do much sensitization with the Lusaka bus drivers. Lusaka bus drivers, I don't know how the term I can use to describe them.
What have they done?
They are like the way they drive in Lusaka.
Okay.
They can stop anywhere. They can pick or drop people anywhere. You know what I mean? So I don't know how we can help each other. So the kind of driving for our bus drivers, especially in Lusaka, is not good. This is what I had for you.
Thank you, Mr. Titus. Thank you for coming through. 0955221515 is the number that you're calling. Remember, we're talking to Mr. Roy Habaalu, the acting public relations manager from the Road Transport and Safety Agency, RTSA. We have another caller. Please allow me to take in at least 5 callers in a row, Mr. Habaalu, and thereafter you can respond. Hello, good morning.
Hey, good morning, madam.
Good morning. Your name and where are you calling us from? Excuse me.
This is really
Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Dawini.
Obawidi, mwabukashani.
Wawukase wenu mwishani.
Wina kukulima taa kudishani.
Kulimatawa and the entire PCK just the madam.
Mudi red na bola. Okay, you can go ahead.
Boss ni kwanji mkucho.
Nilibu ino wa mdala. Mwaka bwana?
Ukapima apandla ntengiseko chakwa chitakumawa kuti kisikane.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, tamene ngokuno chakwa puro kambako. Like road ya ku 10 miles, we are going to 10 miles. There are some places Monday and then Friday and Saturday. Kumandala convention maningi. You find that the convention is at 6 miles roundabout.
6 miles roundabout.
They just up 10 miles back. Like Madrid in Natamba, more especially in the evening. So you find that Fuga is a Rama Pass boat. So sometimes you can't bring the convention for maybe 2 hours. You know that road. I think we have used that road.
Yes.
Yes.
So at times you need to give us that room of maybe that must be the opposite way. Then, but this other side of the road,
yeah.
So that at least we come and go another time. So approach is in show in the Zama party. The more you stay in the convention like for 2 hours, it's a drawback, So then the paper, it's not that people are compared to your causing convention. It's more like, that center was which we are using some time. There was that road, that other side. Yeah, a few years ago, in Munga stand to my guys, I'm telling they are also to subscribe. Bako Pate Mamoto, but they convention, they don't control the congestion, but they don't know no Kopama Moto Gana Kona Maogendas. They are not controlling like this. People are on the penny farm to the contention in Nepal.
Okay, Bawidi. Thank you so much for that concern. 0955221515. This is People on the Move on 5FM Radio. We are also live on our Facebook page, the 5FM Radio Zambia Facebook page, and we are talking to Mr. Roy Habaalu. And today's topic is a World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims, which falls this Sunday on the 19th of November. We seem not to have a caller this particular. Oh, we have a caller now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning.
Good morning, sir. Your name and where are you calling us from?
This is Chakwaleka from Osaka.
Mr. Chakwaleka, you can go ahead, sir.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Habaalu.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Fine, thank you. May I have two concerns, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the first one is where you spoke about speaking on phone while driving.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very big problem on these roads. But what I've noticed that even the police officers themselves, they are just doing the same. In fact, they're tracking, they are driving. The people are supposed to enforce the law, they are the ones breaking it. So I don't know how we are going to keep this. Because the people are supposed to help, even if exercising people are the ones breaking the law.
So in this case, you are saying police officers drive vehicles while using the mobile phone?
Most of the time, I meet them most of the time.
Okay.
What if they're answering emergency calls?
Someone is just chatting. I said that I was going to name my emergency.
But how do we know that? Because when you're at a distance, you just see someone talking on the phone. So what if they're trying to attend to an emergency? Okay, you can go ahead, sir.
Yeah. At the same time, to avoid asking, I have asked this question several times. Do we have two laws in this country, road traffic laws? Because I've seen the police, the army, the National Savings Reserve, they don't obey traffic lights. Even when they find their rate, they are going home.
Mm-hmm.
You have nothing, but they'll just find a way to beat the traffic lights and go. And I've asked this question several times. No one has given me. Yes.
I'll give you the answer. Mr. Chakoleka.
Yeah, you give me.
I'll give you the answer, no worry.
Okay.
There is a problem again. Curfew roundabout.
That's the second concern?
No one seems to obey traffic lights there. And the police will be there standing. Especially when my buses, they will be beating traffic lights where the police are there standing. Even blocking those that have the right of way, they will be passing. I said, now, what is this? So please help us in that regard. The curfew roundabout, no one wants to obey the traffic lights.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chakwaleka. 0955221515. Remember, we're taking in 5 calls in a row. Then Mr. Habaalu will respond thereafter. We have another caller. Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir. Please turn down the volume on your radio set. We're getting feedback. Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Yes,
morning,
sir.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Yeah, but just maybe 2 or 3.
So your name, sir? I didn't get your name.
My name is Chindaikwe.
Did you get the name?
Mr. Who?
Chindaikwe.
Chindaikwe.
Yes, sir.
Chindaikwe?
Yes. Mr. Chakaleka, we have got many.
No, we have Mr. Habaalu. Mr. Chakaleka is a previous caller. Sorry.
Oh, Mr. Habaalu.
Yes, sir.
Serious content. When you look at Cabo site, I think you are supposed to stand with the planner. The national, what do you call it? National planning.
National planning, yes.
What's causing the accident in Zambia is too much mushrooming of houses. We have got no planners which are planning the roads well. And people need to be educated when they are on phones. People don't drive. They will just go put on headsets. They'll be listening to music, and at the end of the day, you give the what? You prosecute a driver who's even he was in a ride with somebody who was just on the phone, in negligence with somebody. And you guys with national planning, you need to sit down. If you are creating too much of these accidents, if you look at Cabo Road going the farther side, people, villagers, they are nearby the roadside. Have you seen? That's why they are creating too much of accidents. And Mr. Chakoleka raised the point which is very important. There are people who don't see, because they are in government, they don't care about others. They will be just doing whatever they do on the road, without observing traffic laws. When you go to other countries, we don't behave like that. We know there are people who are in emergencies, like those people, army, police, but let them show, not somebody who just putting a siren on, and will reach somewhere about 100 meters away, and then you just start driving slowly. And then he has passed the traffic light. It's not good. It doesn't show good.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chindaikwe, yes. 0955221515. We have another caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. 0955221515. We seem to have lost that caller. Please try calling us back. Yes, we have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Oops, feedback.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning,
good morning,
sir.
Madam. Yes, how are you?
Mabwezako volume ku radio.
Volume.
Okay, thank you.
Concern Bianga and Madam and the Parima traffic officers.
Sorry, tuzenkwa nzina? Greg.
Yes.
Greg?
Greg.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's about my traffic officers, especially Papa in Nankan. It's Kafue Road.
But beside
Kafue Road ni
Papa. Yetoka Komesa yenda down Kamwala inango yetoka Kafue Road yenda downtown.
Okay.
Okay, those traffic lights.
The traffic lights are there, but you find that the police officers are hiding, waiting for the mistakes to happen, while then they're supposed to control. Sometimes you find that there is a congestion there, and then they're just hiding, waiting for you to make a mistake or eating it up just because of the congestion. Are they supposed to wait like that? But Kurima traffic like Ratsa, these guys are perfect, well, good. But like officers, the problem.
Anyway, thank you, Mr. Greg. Unfortunately, police are not here to defend themselves, but we can try.
We shall tell Mr. Hamonga that there are these
I'm sure
concerns.
he's listening. No, they are listening. Yes, I'm sure they're listening, and we can have them next week and come and comment on these things that are coming up. Mr. Habaalu, we can start with Mr. Titus. He says...
Titus, a brother from Chilanga, yes.
Brother from Chilanga. He says, please do more sensitization and set targets. He's encouraging the Road Traffic and Safety Agency to do these things, to set targets and do more sensitization. Your comment, sir?
Thank you very much. My brother, thank you very much for that concern, and we take note. Let me explain to you that we are guided by the strategic plan, and the strategic plan provides for such. It's that maybe sometimes when you're conducting this activity, there isn't much publicity, or sometimes they are done in areas where you are not, or you are not even aware. But I think now, through our social media platform, we should be able to know. The past 3, 4, 5 months, I think we have done a lot of sensitization. Like the last month, I think our target was toll plazas. We partnered with the National Road Fund Agency, where we were conducting sensitization programs for Lusaka province. We went to, and we did for Central. We also did for Copper Belt up to Torwezi. So these are programs that are ongoing. And exactly what you want us to do is what exactly we have been doing. So during these sensitization programs, we've been giving away highway codes. And I must mention that nobody should sell you a highway code as it stands now, unless things change. That booklet is for free. It is actually written in big bold capital letters, not for sale. So nobody should sell you. So we also give out brochures. Now, brochures, we don't only limit ourselves to driver license. You know, there are a lot of services that the agency offers. So we have printed brochures to facilitate for publicity of those various services offered by the agency. So this is an ongoing activity, my brother. So if you don't see us physically, or maybe the team on the ground is not in Lusaka, make sure that you like our Facebook page, which is Ask RTSA. There you can now directly interact with colleagues. We take note of your concerns and we are very grateful.
Okay, we have Mr. Willie from Kulima Tower Bus Stop,
Yes.
a regular caller on this platform. He says 10 miles, especially on Fridays, Sundays, and Saturdays. I can relate to this. Is too much traffic. So he's proposing. He proposed something. So why can't you let them bypass?
Now,
Using Kasai Bija.
look, that area is becoming densely populated. I think the population has grown, and the people that have made it grow are people that have motor vehicles. So two things are increasing in terms of population: the motor vehicle population and the human population. And also the road was in a very bad state until recently. I do know that the road development agency had been undertaking some works there. Now it is even better. I was there 3 weeks ago. Compared to the past, it used to be a nightmare. It used to be a nightmare. And also what contributed is the roadworks. And we couldn't suspend or ignore those roadworks because we needed to. The idea was to widen that road and increase the flow of traffic on that road. To suggest that maybe we should allow a specific or a group of the motorists to violate temporarily traffic laws, that Bawidi may not be acceptable, and we cannot do that. Also, do you know what causes the congestion there? It is just bad driver behavior, because everybody is fast, doesn't want to give chance to their friend, and now people want to force each other. Remember, one of the 10 basic rules: be courteous to other road users. The idea is to allow flow of traffic. So let's just be disciplined drivers. Let us observe traffic rules. Let us not be in a hurry. And let us also just do what is called journey planning. Plan your journey well in advance and make sure that everything is okay. So you start off maybe ahead of time so that you're not caught in traffic and you don't panic. Otherwise, the road is wide enough now and it has been worked on.
Okay, just to add on, I've been suggesting this, Mr. Habaalu, and for those listening, there is this bypass at it's called Spinalong Roundabout. That's how it's popularly known.
Which one is that?
The road which connects Great North Road with Kafiwe Road. This 70-70.
70-70.
Yes, so if only the truckers or the trucking companies could make use of that one. For those who do not have any business in Lusaka, don't you think it's going to help a lot if we have all these trucks bypassing the city, the CBD, and going rounds into that ring road as the moment before they even enter Lusaka city? So it will mean they'll be diverted.
And that was the objective.
Exactly.
That was
but
the idea.
Why are the truckers? I see a lot of trucks here in
you
in
find
the morning.
that a truck has completely no business to do in the CBD, and it is using a road where it has nothing to do with its business.
Maybe we should lobby for a bylaw so that this is taken seriously, and then there are penalties. Yes, they're compelled to use for those who are not who do not have any business in the CBD. So moving on, where were we? Mr. Chimdaikwe, yes.
No, there's Mr. Chakoleka first.
Oh, Mr. Chakoleka, yes. Speaking on the phone, police officers speaking on the phone, the army, the police, bullying people on the roads. Maybe bullying is a big much is not an appropriate term, but I've also observed that sometimes, the big green buses. And I had an experience last week, actually.
Yes.
My car is very small, and there's this big truck here, and the whole time for those army cars are very scary.
Okay.
So your comment.
Thank you
so much. Is it allowed for men in uniform to break the traffic laws? Is it okay?
It is not allowed for anyone in this country to break the law. But let's bring it down into context to what he's saying. I'll not speak for the police. I'll not speak for the Zambia Army. I'll not speak for any of the defense forces. But I'll speak to what the law says. Only emergency vehicles are allowed to, for lack of a better term, to disregard traffic rules. The term is emergency. The vehicle must be clearly labeled emergency. It must be clearly labeled patrol, And there are categories of motor vehicles that are exempted. And I'll give you one or two or three. Number one, a police emergency vehicle. If it's a Land Cruiser painted blue, it has ZPC 129. That's not an emergency vehicle. So it has to observe all the traffic rules. The Zambia Police Traffic Patrol Vehicle, that is an emergency vehicle. The ambulance is an emergency vehicle. The fire tender machine is an emergency vehicle. The Road Transport and Safety Agency Ford Ranger with a badge on the sides of the motor vehicle is not an emergency vehicle. The Road Transport and Safety Agency vehicle, Highway Patrol, popularly referred to as a draft vehicle, that is an emergency vehicle. The Zambia Army, they have got emergency vehicles clearly labeled so. The bus you just talked about is not an emergency vehicle, but it belongs to the Army, it belongs to ZAF.
The scary bus. Yeah.
Yes. So that is the exemption. But officers talking on the phone, Mr. Amonga, my older brother, is listening there. I think he is going to Mr. Chakoleka. I have an answer, but I can't speak. Because Mr. Amonga is going to say,
Okay.
so let's leave it for Mr. Hamonga to attend to police issues. Let us stick to the World Day of Remembrance, where we talk about our colleagues who have died, what caused the death. And by the way, on that day, it will be very nice because there will be testimonies. There are those people who have not died, but they have survived. Or others have remained with injuries. So they explain to us how they have survived, how their lives have changed, what we need to do. It's a very, very good day. So we must be there. All of you who have called, come to the Cathedral of the Holy Cross on Sunday at 14 hours. There is nothing to pay there. Just come. We want to share ideas. All these questions you're asking, we may not answer them now. But there you are going to find me. Let's have an interaction. We are going to talk. The person interviewing me is going to be there. Also ask her questions.
Okay, Mr. Chindaigwe, Kafiwa Road, what is causing, Kafiwa Road?
He was talking about a lack of planning.
Yes, lack of planning.
That people are just disobeying, are building everywhere. You know that we have nothing to do with permitting people and trading. That is an authority and a preserve of the local authority. In this case, the Lusaka City Council, they're the one who issue out trading permits, and they'll tell you where you trade, where you can't trade. And therefore, us, we can't say, you are going to banana pachokapu. So that is beyond our mandate. However, we have a committee in which we meet. Our role is advisory. We tell them, look, the dangers of people trading close to the road is A, B, C, D. Because according to the safety of the road, when this happens, these are the dangers. So to avoid this, do this and do this. And when they're giving permits, they consider that. And also ourselves as human beings, we know the dangers. Do you have to wait for the council to tell you? No. That's why government has been saying, go to the designated areas. There is a reason. We are avoiding the risks that come with it. I can't remember which year exactly. You remember what happened at 10 Miles?
Yes.
When there was a football match where people were watching in a nearby place, where others were having drinks, others were watching the game. Then a heavy-duty truck just lost control. You know how many stores there were damaged. You know how people died. These are the things that the government is trying to avoid. It looks simple. It sounds simple. And sometimes we say, until a tragedy occurs. That's when you say, oh, so we should have prevented this. But we need to be proactive and prevent some of these accidents.
Okay, moving on to Mr. Greg. He says traffic officers at Kafiwe, there by Komesa Junction, Kafiwe Komesa Road Junction, are hiding, waiting for you to make a mistake and then pounce on you, but ignoring the building up congestion. Your comment. I know you're not the right person, but I don't know. You can add a comment, Mr. Habaalu.
But look, the idea of having presence of whether police officers or road transport and safety agency officers in uniform is to ensure smooth flow of traffic, which is called traffic management, which is a broader perspective. Secondly, to check out for anybody who is violating road traffic regulations. They are mandated to check imotoka ina msongo, ina insurance, ina fitness. No. But in doing so, there is no reason to contribute to the congestion which you are supposed to stop. The idea is to make traffic flow freely while you are doing your duties. But as to whether they do it deliberately, so to collect what now, those are allegations. And Mr. Hamonga will come and answer for himself.
Okay. We can still take in some more calls. We can take in 3 more callers. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Chintu here.
Good morning, Mr. Chintu. You're through to the program. Your comment?
I'm humbled. I'm trying to look at the Mtendere route, starting from Kabwata up to Mtendere. Then the other one is Zingalume. You look at most of the drivers, just looking at him as a passenger, you would say, no, this one hasn't got a driver's license. And the boys, when they are driving their buses, they're drinking and they'll do anything. I don't know whether there is any deliberate policy or way to at least put these boys at bay, to make them understand the lives of the people they are carrying. The only buses they are using. And funny enough, most of the people that own these buses are policemen. I'm sorry to use that, but that is from the statistics that is there. Now, I don't know why we should be watching this wanton, thing going on like that. The people's lives at stake. I don't know. That is my contribution.
Thank you, Mr. Chintu. Thank you for coming through. Mr. Chintu is tired. He sounds tired. He's frustrated.
That shouldn't be the case.
Yes, no, but yeah, he says it's just too much of these misbehaving of these bus drivers on the roads. Very, very unfortunate. We have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, madam. How?
I'm fine, thank you. Your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm a Dhaka from somewhere, Garden.
Mr. Daka. Okay, you can go ahead, sir.
For me, it is highway, Freedom Way in town.
Mm-hmm.
When you see that it is station starting from is it that road is called at Bela, what is
Ben Bella?
Yeah, until here, the whole road is the station. I don't know when that you arrive, but when you reach there, you can stay there almost 1 hour there.
Okay.
So to control is like you failed. So I don't know what you gain that you try just maybe almost few days, then you stop.
Mm-hmm.
So please control that road. That road, it is not now. I know what I'm talking about. You know, even you yourself.
Okay.
Is it Mr.
Habaalu?
Yes, Mr. Habaalu. Please help with that road. It is too bad for bad. For starting from there, until the end of the road.
Okay.
It is a station.
Okay.
Then another thing, what you find that road.
No, I have to cut you because looking at time, Mr. Habaalu has to respond. Let him respond to you before we close. Okay, great. Thanks. Habaalu, I think 2 are enough. Let's respond to these, then we close. Mr. Chintu Mtendere sounding very, very frustrated and angry. Zingalume, Route, Mtendere, looking at the drivers, you can tell most of them have no driving license. They're drinking, so much misbehaving on the road. Your comment, Mr. Habaalu?
I share your pain, my big man. I share your pain, and I understand. Sometimes these drivers just become reckless and they have no respect for the people that are giving them the salary, and the driving sometimes can be reckless. However, here is some relief and remedy for you. The best you can do, remember that we depend on you, and road safety is a shared responsibility. So the best thing that you can do sometimes is to just avoid confrontation. When you just see somebody is driving or showing traits of bad driving attitude, all you need to do, we have a toll-free line 983. Please just take note of that number plate, either when you drop or when you have an opportunity, or when it's appropriate. Don't even talk to them. Just call 983. That is our toll-free line, the National Call Center toll-free line. Our agents are going to respond to you. tell them along Mutende Road, I was going to Zingalume around this time on a road on this area, this is what happened, blah, 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 blah. Immediately, our guys are going to contact the owner of the motor vehicle, registered owner of the motor vehicle, and bring to his attention your complaint. Immediately, we are going to summon that person and we are going to tell them that for this kind of driver behavior, you have committed this offense and that person is going to be prosecuted. So we have got other platforms, and this is not only for you who called, and I think it's for everybody. So we have a hotline. No, the hotline is reserved just for emergencies. It is 0955 983 983. 0955 983 983. In case you want to reach us via WhatsApp, the number is 0965 42 9499. 0965 42 9499. You can also find us on Facebook. Our word is Ask Ratsa. You can get in touch with us and you can have some live interaction with you. Freedom Way. One lane is completely blocked. For you to get out of that area, it will take you not less than 1 hour. You have completely failed. It's not really failing. You know what happens there is that, again, it's the attitude, it's the mind. Once officers are there, there is total sanity. It's very clear. Now, we can't have officers permanently based there. Remember, there are also areas that need our presence, that need our attention. So in our random checks, maybe you find that you are in a Freedom Way and they're saying, oh, kuno heroes, manje, another road has been blocked, kuno komandevu, kubulibina ko pita. You try to respond to that area, the commotion again gets back there. So I think it starts with us as the bus drivers, first of all, to do the right thing. Of course, there could be issues of the bus station is too small, it's too congested, buses can't park there. But these are matters that are receiving active attention. But the best thing is mindset. When I'm parked here, am I caring for the person who wants to come here? Maybe I parked in front of the shop. How do people go in to buy? Where are the people who want to buy going to park? So it's all about our mindset.
Mr. Habaalu, don't you think investing in probably electronic eyes, or what are they called, cameras, can be of help? Because, like you said, it's not working. When you are there, they're behaving. The moment you leave, so we need a permanent solution to this issue. So can the agency consider maybe going technical, more technology advanced? You know, the world is changing. Why can't we also advance?
We are advancing.
Probably install some cameras around Freedom Way.
I
don't think it's going to cost much.
Who told you we're not advancing? Okay, thank you very much. Without having to divulge much of the information, I know that there's a project under the Safe City project being spearheaded by the Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security. That has been taken care of. Okay, great. Well, Mr. Habaalu, thank you so much for coming. And we're definitely going to be there at the World Day of Remembrance for accident victims. This will be this Sunday at Cathedral of the Holy Cross at 14 hours. Just a reminder again to the participating teams, Lusaka Media FC, Road Safety NGOs United, Millennium FC, Online Taxis, Insurance FC, RTSA FC, City Market FC. Mr. Habaalu, is RTSA ready for this tournament? When is it again?
It's on the 9th and the 10th
of December.
Yes.
Yes.
Your team is in. Are you going to play?
Yeah, we are going to participate.
You'll be the goalkeeper.
No, we'll be the winger.
Left or right?
Right. I'm in the right wing.
Okay, so I think the drivers will come back to you see them. This time you chase them, but this time they will chase you and get the cup. And
it will be a very good thing, so that we should know each other properly.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Habaalu, once again.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Well, dear listener, we've come to the close of today's program. Take time to listen, and then we'll give you more information on the upcoming road safety events on this program. Until next week, it's bye-bye.
Every Wednesday on the Happy World of 5FM Radio. Join Chifwesa Kaoma at 09 hours on People on the Move.
A lot of deaths have been caused by drivers who are drunk whilst driving, and the trend seems to be rampant in Zambia.
We are very less caring on the issue of drinking and driving. I've been talking about this for the last 23 years.
The situation in Zambia is worse, and I think it's one of those that is across all the countries in the low-income and middle-income countries.
A road